everybody. Welcome to the Soulful Eclectic. I am your host, Dr. Diana Collins, and I want to welcome you to today's episode. I had to take my glasses off. That was like kind of cute right there for a minute. What? Cat eye glasses, iridescence? Yeah, it was matching my top. Yeah, I digress. Anyways, hey, it's Dr. Diana Collins. Welcome you to today's episode. If this is the first time you're chiming in, well, welcome. Thank you so much for taking the time out to be here. And if you are returning, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Thank you for taking the time out to be here with me today. And I don't know what's going on. Today, it's an all natural day. Yep. So y'all gonna see me in my all natural state. So this is me. No makeup. So yes, I got the dark circle showing. You know what? I'm trying to get rid of those. I'm using the turmeric, the whole scrub. They did get light a little bit, but it's a work in progress. But I decided today just to do a no makeup day because I was feeling myself, I'm feeling myself. And I just was like, you know what? Y'all gonna feel me too. So here we are. And it's the holidays and nobody have time to be putting on a face. Well, maybe some people find time. I've seen some of these makeup tutorials and honestly, the amount of time that they spend man, shout out to my makeup artists out there. Let me just tell y'all, shout out to them because I had one makeup artist. He is amazing, right? He's the partner of Lamarck Cole, who is a fashion designer, and he's an amazing fashion designer. I had him on the show. He was on a couple of years back. I got to get him back on the show now. He's been gone too long, so we got to catch up with Lamarck, see what he's doing. But anyways, his partner Ray. Ray did my makeup. And when I tell y'all, I looked in the mirror and had to go like this because I didn't know who the hell that was. He had me looking like a whole different person, and I loved every minute of it. So thank you, Ray. You're awesome. And I have so many friends who are makeup artists. So thank you, Ray. You're number one. You're the first one that did a little beat up to this face. And I appreciate you. And then y'all know Moni Love Effects, right? She's just amazing. And yeah, she did do the girl some beat up damage on this grill too on a couple of movie sets. So shout out to all my MUAs out there. You guys are rocking it and y'all doing it. And I love it. And I love everything that y'all do. Thank you for making this grill look amazing. So I appreciate you so much. So today, the grill is going to be all natural. You know what? I don't even know what my chapstick is. I sat here to do this show and don't even know what my chapstick is. Yeah, it's going to be that kind of day. But anyways, so how y'all doing? I am just loving life and living life. I've got this whole jet setter life in training that I've been doing. Is what I call it, because I've been traveling so much this past few months, and I'm gonna say from October, the end of September to now. I think I'll end traveling for a small moment in January, the second week in January, and then I'm home for a little bit. But I've been listen. When I tell y'all this manifestation piece in me is real. So I've been manifesting this whole jet setting life where I'm traveling from set to set, doing movie to movie, show to show. And so that's what I've been doing. Yeah. So it's on a small scale. So we gonna do some big cheers. Woo woo. For the little achievements that we got going on. I'm cheering those little achievements. So, so I've been flying back and forth doing that. So I appreciate all the opportunities that I've had to be a part of someone else's vision and project. So thank you to all of my directors, screenwriters, and all the auditions that I've been on. I was just doing a whole year tally of the auditions that I have submitted, the callbacks that I have received, and the jobs that I received from the callbacks. Let's just say I've been on more auditions than I've had callbacks than I've had actual filming. But you know what? Every audition allowed me to be in somebody's at someone's table to see me. And, some of them have seen me, a video of me on several different occasions, auditioning for different projects that they're casting for. So um, it's only a matter of time before someone says, "Hey, I see you. Let's get you over here and let's do something." So, I'm just, again, just practicing my jet setting life because it's happening. I know it's happening. And my husband is amazing. He's such a support. And anyone who's out here in the entertainment industry, and I don't, okay, let me just say, entertainment industry back in my day was porn. I'm not talking about that kind of entertainment industry. I'm talking about just TV, film, theater, all that piece of entertainment. Okay. If you're in the entertainment industry, you need someone who's going to have that support, be it your spouse, your children, your a group of friends. Like, I have the best group of friends. Like, my circle is probably like this big. I'm gonna say this big, like a heart though, right? But it's about this big. That's how big my circle is. But everyone in my circle is about something, and they're building themselves. They're being entrepreneurs. They're writing a book. They're in film. So we're all just each other's cheerleaders, and I just love them. Love everyone in my circle for that. Some of them I talk to every day. Some of them I talk to weekly. Some of them I talk to every other month or so. And I just say, "Hey, you know what? I haven't heard from you in a couple of months. How you doing?" And you just have those people, and we just connect and check in, and do all those kinds of things. But you have to have those kind of people in your life to be in this as successful. And I'm not just saying you need people, because you can't do this by yourself. You can. I'm not saying you can't. There's been people who've been, "I don't have no family, I have no friends, I've been doing this, I've been doing the hustle." There's nothing wrong with that. And you can, because, listen, to be honest, I got this far in my professional career with very little support. I mean, I had my children, but they were a little tiny. They're like, "Hey, mommy, you could do it." But it's still, support. And as little as it is, it means the world. But there are some people that, like I said, that are out there that will and can do this without support. And kudos to them. I'm not saying it can't be done. We've all done some sort of things without support on some level. So, but it always makes it easier when you have someone to support you and you could bounce things off of, and things like that. And plus, being a part of WUBI Ubiquity Radio and TV, that's something new too. That for the past year, God, it's been a year, almost 2 years now, I believe. I lost track. It seems like we've been in the have been in the WUBI family forever, but even that's that support that I can just reach out and say, "Hey, I'm having trouble with this video. Can you help me out?" And I have like my big brothers, little brothers, sisters that are there, that are like, "Yes, sis, I got you. What are you trying to do? Let's talk this out." So I appreciate all the people that I have in my corner, because I'm one of those people that if I'm eating, you eating. And I know people say you can't do that with everybody, and you can't do that with everybody. You know, yeah, we all start at the bottom, but some of us are going to grow faster than the other, and you can't let somebody bring you down. That's for sure. I'm not saying that everybody, you take everybody with you. That's not what I'm saying, because everybody can't come with you, where you can't walk the same walk as you. And I've tried that, believe me. I've been that person that was like, "Hey, no, let's do this. You my girl, you my boy. We gonna do this because you've been with me since XYZ." Shit, nah, not everybody can come eat with you, baby. You can bring them a plate every now and again. You can bring them a plate, but everybody can't sit at the table with you, and that's okay. And you just know who can and who can't, and there's nothing wrong with that. It mean that there's a love lost between you and that person. It just means that everything ain't for everybody, and that's all right. But yeah, so yeah, that's what we do over here. As you guys know, I have so much going on, but again, I'm practicing my jet setting life, and believe me, if y'all think, I know some people do enjoy jumping on a plane, running through airports and doing all these kind of things. There's some people that really get some pure enjoyment out of that. Kudos to y'all. Okay. I do enjoy traveling. I am a people watcher, so I do enjoy watching people at the terminals and hearing the conversations. Shit is quite interesting. Um, but it's tiring, and I can understand how some celebrities, people who've been in the industry for years, and they just finish a film and then they get lost for a little while, come back, do another film, get lost, come do your sitcom, do your show, do your taping, and get lost. I can see why it's tiring. And my husband always teases me. He says, "Yeah, you couldn't live in the mountains because you need to be in the middle of everything. You got this going on, you got that going on. You got this person, you got to see that." And I was like, "No, I can very well live in the mountains. Actually, I'm looking forward to that day where I can live in a mountain in my little mountain cabin and just have my fireplace going and sit there with my hot cup of chai and chill the L out." Okay. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, I welcome that because I don't mind coming in for a short period, do what I need to do. I'm that ambivert. I know everybody's like, what is an ambivert that's out there? And one of the therapists said the ambivert is that person that you you have extroverted tendencies where you pick and choose where you're that extrovert with certain people, and then you just draw back in and regain that internal energy, and then you go back out and do it again. Um, that's me. That's me all the way. Okay. I'm just letting y'all know that I am that person. I am going to be the one that's going to disappear for some time and then all of a sudden show back up and I got all the energy in the world. But that's just, I don't know. I've always been that way. Been one of those people that just like, okay, yeah, it's fun. I'm enjoying myself. And now I'm going to go and hide for a little while because y'all, too much is happening. Because people are energy suckers, and even some people know they're energy suckers, and a lot of people don't know they're energy suckers. But I am that person that will take on all that energy, so I definitely have to separate myself from all of that. But yeah, so we are coming up to the holidays, and many of you know I have a new grandbaby, and he is amazing, little baby E. And mom is doing amazing. My daughter's doing great. I am so proud of the mom that she is, and I know she's going to continue to be a great mom. I am so proud of my son-in-law. He's, doing what he needs to do to be that dad and that presence for his son. So I'm so proud of the both of them, and I appreciate them allowing me the time that they have been allowing me to spend time and build my own bond and connection with my grandson. Even though he's only going to be a month old. Um, yeah, when is he? He's a month old tomorrow, so Saturday. He'll be a month old, and so I'm just excited. I can't believe it's already been a month and he's here. So there's that. So we're excited about that. So it's just a blessing. My husband is just head over heels in love with his grandson. Okay, as any Baba would be, right? He is rarely much embracing the role of Baba right now. And I love it, and I love it. And me being Aya, excuse me, Mama Aya, is just great. And for those of you, why I choose Aya and Baba is just to breathe more closer to my African ancestry. So I have found out that I am half Nigerian. So I've been practicing my Yoruba. And some days it's getting good. And then some days I'm like, yeah, I botched that up just a little bit. But it's all right. And I'm just trying to figure out where just learning, learning the other intricate parts of yourself. So yeah, so that's pretty much what I've been into for the days. Traveling, doing that, finished a film in Cleveland. And oh my God, why did I pick this time of year? As y'all saw last week's episode, right? I was in Cleveland and it was a snowstorm, and nobody, no Ubers wants to come out in a snowstorm. You can't very well blame them. Even if it is a premium price, they don't want to come out. So therefore, I actually got stuck for a couple of hours trying to get an Uber to my set. I thought they would have canceled, but apparently they did not. And needless to say, it was a long day on set. I didn't make it back I made it back to my hotel room in enough time to grab my suitcase, repack it, and head to the airport to check in for my flight that was at 6 a.m. So if that's any indication of how that went, it was a great day. It really was. And kudos to everybody on the team for calling audible when needed be. All right. They made some changes and, did what we needed to do to get the project done. So I appreciate everyone. I appreciate being part of that project. And then, before that, I was flying back home to Arizona to film, and then back to my babies on the East Coast. And then, yeah, it's just been busy. Shout out to, my mom, my sister, who they are doing pretty good. God has got them. And they, got some health things going on. So please keep them in your prayers as well, as they are navigating their health issues. Yeah, they're strong women, very strong women. And my mom is new in this battle. She's always been the prayer warrior for everyone else. And now we need the prayer warriors on hand for her. And my sister also, who has been dealing with some health issues for many years. So it is a blessing for her that we still have her with us, with all the health things that she's been having going on. But we are very grateful and very praise God for all that he has done for them and continues to do. And it's just prayers all around for all individuals who are in this world today, who are having some difficulties, because this is the season. This is the season for heightened levels of depression. This is the season for heightened levels of grief. This is the season for many people who have had some mania issues that start to surface. This is where the season where we tend to lose a lot of our family members for one reason or another. So I don't want to, I didn't mean to damper the conversation, but it's where I was leading to for today, right? The holiday shuffle is what this episode is all about. And navigating our mental health is part of that holiday shuffle. Everybody is out here breaking the bank, buying all these material things, and we're forgetting about the real reason why this holiday is even upon us. Or, and I'm not trying to get religious. For many of you who know me and you've been following the show, I am a spiritual person, but I am not a truly religious person where I follow a certain doctrine or one or another. I'm a person that is definitely know there's a higher God, a higher being, and know that the universe is all guiding where we are. And I'm very grateful. And every morning I am thankful to all God, our ancestors, because if it wasn't for my ancestors, I would not be here. And I have to say, I have some strong ass ancestors, okay? Because let me tell y'all, looking at our history, if you are here today and you are of dark skin tone, your ancestors been through some shit. And y'all should wake up and be thanking them that y'all here, because it's because of them that your body is here. And I thank them every morning. So, it's through the grace of God and my ancestors that we're here. So I'm, again, don't follow a specific doctrine, but yeah, there's higher being, and so there's a reason to be thankful. But again, losing sight of what this whole holiday is about is just that, everyone, again, is out here breaking the bank. I mean, why are you going into debt to buy things for people? I'm into buying and getting memories. Like, yeah, I relished in the thought when my children were old enough that I didn't have to do Christmas anymore, like the traditional way. Like, they're not bothering me to put up a tree. Where's the tree? Where's the decorations? Though my oldest daughter, she does. She still is into the tree. I remember, one Christmas when she was, back when she was still talking to me and still living with me at the ripe age of 25. We decorated her bedroom door in the house, and, got her a little 4-foot Christmas tree to put in her bedroom, and, got some decorations and garland and all that stuff. So her area was decorated in her bedroom and things like that. But the rest of the house, I don't. I don't decorate. But my husband did get a tree one year. I think last year or the year before last. I don't know who had a clearance sale, because I'm gonna tell you, when I tell you he's a pawpaw for real, he is a true baba. Okay, okay, he is. Because he, if it ain't on sale, he ain't gonna buy it. So this tree had to be on sale, or so priced so low that it was damn near should have been on clearance. That he bought this tree. It was pre-lit tree, so he purchased it and had some little decorations on it. So it was pretty cute. So he did do that. But as the kids got older, and as I said, I enjoy the fact that they're older, because now I can do grown up things with them, like trips. So that was one of the things that we wanted to do, and we were trying to establish early on, is to create those adult memories with the kids now that they're older. So we were taking cruises and vacations at that point, but that did not go very well. So we're trying to figure out other ways that we could do that with both of them. Right now, it's just the one. And so we're still doing trips. Like, we went to Bermuda in June, but now we have the little one. So we got a trip to Puerto Rico, because they're half Puerto Rican. Maya's half Puerto Rican, and my son-in-law is Dominican. So they're going to do a trip to Puerto Rico first, and then we're going to do a trip to the Dominican Republic, so that, we can get all those cultural pieces. And then, as I have learned and starting to really learn what pieces of me, we're going to go to Africa. We're going to go to Nigeria and kind of, and just learn and learn. So I have a few friends who are born and raised in Nigeria. And so I reach out to them and, have conversations with them, and hopefully get myself there at some point, not within the next couple of years or so. But yeah, so it's just, it's the holidays, right? And, I was talking about mental health and that piece, and I'm trying very hard to stay on track. Y'all know it's very difficult for me to stay on track with these things. I do try, and I get lost. But the holiday shuffle and falling into that, I was never a Black Friday person. Um, it was just something in me that it was just something I never was into. Um, and people was like, "Well, you weren't into it because probably you didn't have the money." No, it had nothing to do with the money. It really didn't. I didn't see the point in standing in line at 4 a.m. for things, getting trampled, and fighting somebody for items. I just didn't understand that, and I don't find that's what the spirit of the holiday really should be about. That, oh yeah, I stood in line for 3 hours until the store opened after Thanksgiving. To no, 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 no. And then once I really learned the true meaning of Black Friday, That totally changed it for me, that I had no desire. And I never knew, I never understood why I had no desire for Black Friday, outside of the fact that it was just utter chaos. And I didn't understand why people were out there fighting for things. Um, but I couldn't. It just, something in me was like, You don't need to be out there. Black Friday was Black Friday, Black Friday." And then when I learned the true meaning of Black Friday, I'm like, "Oh, hell no. Oh, no, no." And there are dark meanings behind a lot of things that we are celebrating these days, that as an adult who has taken her knowledge into her own hands and has researched a lot of these traditional holidays, I have grown to not participate in some in a lot of them for those reasons. And I changed the meaning for me. So like Thanksgiving being the one we just came from, right? Um, Definitely not a fan, but I love getting together with family. I love spending time. I love cooking. I love the whole feeling that I get with the family joining and in that, right? So it's my family day. It's all family day for me. Um, Giving peace and thanks and appreciation for the family and what that we've made it this far as we're closing out the season of or closing out the year. So that's how I flip that. So it's and then we have, um coming upon this Christmas holiday and things like that. So it's just a lot of things that this holiday is bringing to mind. So like I said, thinking about mental health and just checking in on people is going to be key, um, as we navigate this time of year. So we're going to chat about that for a little bit and talk about what that looks like for many people, and how we can take a step back, or should take a step back, to see what it is that we could do to help our own mental health, because we have to pour into ourselves. And again, remember, when we're pouring into ourselves, it's what is running over is what we are able to give, because you don't want to take from you out of your cup. Okay. You don't want to just deplenish your cup, you know? You want to, that overflow. When your cup overfloweth, that overflow, okay? That overflow is what you divvy out to help others. Okay. And sometimes, yeah, it's okay to dip into your cup a little bit, but it shouldn't empty your cup. It never should empty your cup. Okay. Um, so with that, I'm going to leave that right there for a moment. Okay, because we're going to take a little short little break, but I want to leave that there for a moment, and just remember, we're only given the overflow in that cup. Okay, so whatever flows over is what we're giving out to the people around us. It's okay if you need to dip into that cup for a little bit, but don't empty your own cup. Because for some of us, it takes a long time to fill our own cup. And if we're already depleting what's in there, sometimes it's like chasing, you can't chase pain, you can't catch up on sleep. Sometimes it's hard to replenish that cup. All right. So with that, I'm going to take a little break, and then we'll come back and we'll talk a little bit more about mental health and getting ourselves situated.
Y'all doing? I would like to welcome you to a show that is called Cruise with Rob C, exclusively on WUBI Ubiquity Radio every Sunday afternoon from 1 to 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. My name is Rob C, and while taking your cruise, you will hear the very best in smooth jazz, smooth R&B, classic soul, as well as other genres that definitely define the very essence of smooth. I personally invite you to come aboard, and while you're here, grab your favorite beverage, turn up the volume, and have a seat as we set sail on this musical journey for your listening pleasure. You can find us at wubi.live, or depending if you have an Apple or Android device, go to your app store and download our free WUBI app. Take care, and as always, enjoy your cruise, y'all.
I am the Disco Bee.
I am the Alpha Male.
I am Benjamin Grimm, and we host
From a Queen's perspective,
The seasoned gentleman.
the host of the Love Jones Cafe.
we are the Love Jones Cafe.
The Love Jones Cafe.
We are the Love Jones Cafe.
Love Jones. Love Jones. Love Jones. Love Jones.
Hey everyone, Dr. Diana Collins here with The Soulful Eclectic, a podcast about being your authentic self and maintaining your health and wellness, brought to you by Divine Nubian Essentials, Love the Skin You're In, and also Collins Education Resource Management, where healthcare education is our passion. If you're looking for a new read, check out our friend Reggie Dupree in Hoodoo Heaven, Return to Hoodoo, and Mystical Midlife Mate, because everything is happening in Hoodoo, brought to you by WUBI Ubiquity Radio and TV. If you have not downloaded your app on Roku or Apple or Google Play, do so right away. The Soulful Eclectic can be found every Friday night, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on all your podcast streaming platforms, WUBI Ubiquity Radio and TV. So, see you soon. Namaste.
Hey, y'all. Thank you so much for taking that little bit break, to kind of figure yourselves out and get yourself some coffee. Or well, it is a little late, so probably some chamomile tea. Yeah, some chamomile tea might be something that you might want, so you can lull yourself to sleep after listening to my podcast, of course. Come on, don't just sleep on me. Anyways, going back to talking about wellness. So, just before we went to our quick commercial break, I was talking about your cup and making sure that you don't empty your cup while trying to fill others, because what happens is it takes some time for us to refill and replenish our cup. So therefore, you never want to dig too deep into your cup. You want to share the overflow. So what's happening during this time of year is that we are so busy giving and giving and giving and giving and giving and giving out of our cup that we don't replenish it. And we don't give ourselves enough time to replenish it. And this is where we really have to remember to be selfish for us. And being selfish does not, mean that you're not caring about anything else. No, self-care is what it's about when you're being selfish. You're taking care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself and you always count on somebody else to take care of you, and they got somebody else to take care of. So if everybody's giving into their cup, no one's got overflow. So what's happening? We're running on fumes. And so when I talked earlier about all the things that I've been running and ripping and roaring and preparing and manifesting to do, I also have to remember to not run myself on fumes. And I feel that coming on, which is why I'm so glad that we're coming upon a vacation week where I can just disconnect for a short period of time. So I will be disconnected. That means social media and everything. I will be disconnected for a minute. I'm not going to tell you when this minute is. It's going to be a minute though. So then there's that. But thinking about the mental health piece. So as I said, we need to check on our individuals who are always giving, right? Those people who are always fine, always okay. The ones that are, I'm hanging in there. I'm just hanging. Okay. You know the people. You guys know them. Okay. And you just need to see how they are, check in with them, because even though they are the strong ones, they need somebody to check in on them too. And during this time of year, we don't know what's going on in that mind of theirs, right? Somebody could be the happiest person, call you, they're chipper, like, yeah, I got you, we're doing this, and I'm doing such great things. And then next thing you know, you're hearing somebody say they committed suicide. But they were so happy. I just saw them. We went to lunch, and they never said. They never said. But did you really ask? Did you really stop to check in? Were you so? I mean, like, did you really ask? And not saying that people don't. And please don't think that I'm saying no one. No, because sometimes you do ask. Because I know I'm that person. I'm going to ask you, what's going on? You don't look right. What's going on? You just said okay. What's behind that okay? And I got friends like that too. I got my friends Sandy and Kathy. They be quick to check me. Ma'am, you just said you was okay. What does that mean? I know you. You just said okay. What's that okay about? And so, they will call and they will just say, hey, that didn't sound like you. What's happening? And sometimes you just need that moment. It's like, damn, I couldn't hide that one, huh? Well, I got a lot of, and you just let it out. So kudos and thank you to those sisters in my circle. But this time of year is hard for a lot of people because so many families are disconnected. We've lost so many family members around this time of year that it's hard to really wrap your head around it. I know for just talk about my family, we lost my grandmother some years back, even though it's almost been about 20 years. And it's wild to even think that it's been that long. It still feels like it was yesterday that we said goodbye. We have aunts that are so close that, we lost them. And it's still people that, even though it's been 20 years, there's no limit to that grief. I have friends who lost their spouses. And this time of year, they're ready to like just hibernate. Like, I can't, especially if that spouse this time of year was their favorite holiday. That's tough. So we really need to try to be mindful of that. I hate saying me, but we want to try to be mindful of what we each are going through, because we all have something. No, I want to say yours is worse than the others, or and I don't want to say, well, somebody's going through something worse than you. None of that. None of that cliche shit. Okay, it is what it is. We all got things that are happening in our lives that are not great. We all do. Okay. I'm not saying yours or mine is worse than no, because it's all about perception and perspective. So from my perception and my perspective, my shit sucks. Okay. From your perspective to my perspective, what I'm going through is nowhere near what you're going through. So it's all about perspective and perception. Okay. So I'm not saying one is better or harder than the other. No, none of that. But I'm saying we are being mindful over here of what is happening over there. So whatever I can give in my overflow, I will definitely share with others. And and that's tough because I am not only giving my overflow to those in my circle. My overflow goes to my family, my husband, which is my family, right? But I always put him separate because I think he gets a little bit more, and he should get a little bit more than others. And even for me, I have a challenge with that because I just want to be out and help everybody. And it's like, hey, what about this dude that's here with you, right? My dude. And I take that term from Judge Toller. I love her. She's amazing. And, talking about somebody going through grief, she lost her dude. And definitely I want to send out prayers and thoughtful thoughts for her as she's navigating a world without her dude. And I don't want to even think about navigating my world without my dude. So there are people who are navigating their world without their dude or their girl. Um, and I am sympathetic and empathetic to that. And I want to know what it is that I can do for you to help you as you're navigating this world, even though you may have been navigating this world 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. It don't matter how long you navigate in this world. Grief is grief, and there is no time limit on grief. Okay, grief hits you at the most inopportune times, and it sucks you right out, right? So during this time of year, it's really hard for a lot of people. And then you add mental health issues on top of that, man, you just compounded everything. So check, like I said, when I started talking about the people that are in our lives that seem like they're doing their best, and then all of a sudden they've taken their life. We don't know what else is going on with them. And a lot of us who have had individuals who have taken their lives, and I've had people who were very close that I know have taken their lives, and you try to understand it, and you say they had such a great life, they had all this family, they have friends, they had loved ones, we cherish them, and we don't know what else is happening. So you just have to be present and be there for them, because there are not going to be any words or actions that you can do to prevent someone who has suicide ideations from stopping themselves from doing it. Because if they're determined to do it, they're going to do it. But you can't protect yourself. And by protecting yourself, I mean doing the work and knowing that if they do decide to take their life, it's to no fault of yours, and you can't blame them and you can't blame yourself. Okay. And that was just something that I've learned through the years, in studies and, healthcare awareness. And I've taken psychology classes. And even though I'm not certified in the field, I have had several courses on therapeutic communication and understanding the psyche and, the different theorists and things like that. And I do know that it's one of those things that it's, if someone's going to do something, they're going to do it. And your goal is to protect yourself and, you moving forward and honor their memory as best you can. So we have that. And then being a veteran, this is a hard time of year too for a lot of us. One, these fireworks do a number on our PTSD. Okay, let me just say that. So when you're lighting fireworks, when the new year comes in, 4th of July come in, just be mindful of your neighbors who may have a little bit of PTSD when lighting the fireworks. I know many of y'all don't care. And all I can just say is put it out there. Just try to be mindful. We all want to enjoy the holidays. So with that, depression, mental health, and the holiday shuffle that we go through, I tend to see a lot of individuals put themselves into great amount of debt. I know I started out talking about Black Friday and buying a lot of things. And it's enticing. I mean, I'm a shopper. I ain't gonna even lie. I'm a shopper. I am that TikTok shopper. I am that Temu shopper. I am that Shein shopper. Chic me, you name me. I'm shopping it if it appeals to me. That's me. And it's one of those things that I shop during the year. So if there's something that I see that I say, oh my God, so and so would love that, I will buy it and give it to you and ship it to you. So I think that's the other reason why Christmas and buying abundance of things on one day really gets to me. And it's nice being married to somebody who sees that, because my first relationship, though I wasn't married to the individual, it was all about Christmas and buying all these things and doing all these things. They were into Black Friday, so they would like to go to Black Friday. I would stay home with the kid. I'm like, listen, I'll stay home. Y'all go ahead, do what y'all do. I'm not going, because I didn't see a point in it. So yeah, so it was just not me. So being married to my husband, who grew up with their birthdays being the biggest celebration, I was like, that is amazing, because yeah, you should celebrate that. Though I don't celebrate birthdays. They do. And so Christmas and all the circular holidays, they didn't celebrate it. It's like, if you want it during the year, I get it during the year. I don't understand why I'm waiting till Christmas to buy you all these things. And if you need it now, I'm gonna get it to you now. Happy birthday, Merry Christmas. Now, your birthday, they celebrated big. So I was like, oh, I like that idea. Now, getting around to celebrating birthdays, I am not that person. Birthdays, celebrations, holidays for me were never a big thing for me. I was never that holiday person. So for me, when I talk about the holiday shuffle, it's a challenge for me, because I'm not big on Christmases. Christmases for me were never great. I got to see family. I got to hang out with my grandma, but it was never something that I could sit here and say, oh, I remember I got this for this Christmas. Oh, I remember I got this for this Christmas. And I really wanted that. It was never like that. My birthdays, same thing. Never really celebrated my birthday. I got gifts for my birthday, but it was never like a birthday party or anything like that. So it's just, for me personally, I have detached from holidays. So having children and, in-laws and things, that has helped me reconnect with holidays just a little bit, but it's still a challenge. I'm going to be honest, it's still a challenge. And I do my best. I show up, I do my best. And I try not to have the biggest RBF on certain things when I look at people like, why y'all doing that? Yeah. Mm-mm. So I try not to do that at a lot and meetings. So sometimes I just stay home. If I know it's going to be hard for me to control my face, I just stay home, because I can control my mouth. Now my face is going to be a whole different thing. So there's that. So I've been working on myself. Okay. Just so y'all know, I've been working on me, and I'm not done yet. Okay. Every day is a healing process. It's a growth. Okay. So it's all right. Some days it's going to be good. Some days it's going to be absolutely atrocious, and that's all right. But yes, so how do y'all feel about it? I guess I'll pose a question to y'all, and I know I pose y'all questions, and I appreciate all of you, those of you who do answer my questions when I do ask questions, because I appreciate it, because I do like to follow up and chime in on conversations and things like that. But yes, so how y'all feel about that? How are y'all starting to see it? Have y'all sat down and really looked at what the holiday means to you, the stress that it does for you, and all that you the ripping and running that you do for your family and for this one and that one? How would you feel if you didn't have to do that? Would you be okay with that? Would you be okay with taking a family vacation and everybody meeting up at one destination location a year and celebrating that way? And that way you get to see everyone. You're not the one cooking, and you don't have to clean, but yet you still get to celebrate with family. What do you think about that? Because honestly, that's what I'm going for. Especially now that we have our grandson and we can start new traditions. I'm all for that. Listen, what country we want to see this year? Last year we went to Tahiti. This year, let's go to Thailand, and let's go hang out with the elephants. Next year we could plan on going to the rainforest, whatever. Okay, so that's, and you guys are very welcome. I don't own that idea. It's just something that I've been thinking about for the past few years since I've been married. So about 10 years now that I've been thinking about cultivating as my new family tradition. Let's even if it's a cruise or a resort, but we all meet at one place. We all have a huge dinner. together. Someone else is cooking, someone else is cleaning up. We go back to our rooms, do our thing. All I say, we don't have to spend the whole vacation together. That's not what I'm saying. Like I'm not that person that, has an itinerary for the day and we got to be here at 10, we got to be here at 2. No, that's not me. I am that person who's like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna give y'all 1, maybe 2 days of my time. Y'all better use them wisely because the rest of the time is mine. And you may have 2 or 3 meals with me. Make it good. I give you 1 breakfast, 1 lunch, and 1 dinner. I'll make it easy for you. All right. So it's just that kind of thing for me. So my husband was just like, would you like to have a vacation and, invite friends to vacation? I was like, I don't mind that, but I just don't want to feel like I'm obligated to entertain people, which is why I don't throw parties, which is why I don't have dinner parties at my house, which is why I limit my gatherings to someplace outside where someone else has control and I can leave. Anything that requires me to do the work and setup and the breakdown, I don't want any parts of it. No, I don't. But and honestly, that's why I really don't have parties at my house, because my energy. Let me just say that my energy. I tuck her out really easy, and it's a lot, and I feel like I have to go and talk to this group of people. Then I got to go talk to this group of people, and so I'm like, oh, overload. I get an overload, so I tend not to party, but I will have a gathering on the outside, show up, and then bow out gracefully, go out to dinner with friends, and hang out with them during a meal or something like that, or even meet someplace and hang out. But I'm not a party person. But anyways, I digress. With this holiday, everyone is in a hurry. Everyone is overspending. Everyone is trying to outdo what they did the year before, and it's just so much. And then when you can't do, you feel like a failure, and we put a lot of pressure on ourselves. How about you start sitting down and think about what pressure you can relieve for yourself? Can you take something off your plate? Is all of that necessary? What would it look like if you just shut down and did nothing? Would it matter? Is it just about stuff? I don't know. Think about it. I mean, as you can see, I thought about it extensively, and it's hard. I think somebody had a post that I shared and reposted on my Facebook page that said something to the fact that about giving a gift. If you plan on giving me a gift, I can use 4 new tires, an oil change, my car detailed. You could make a utility payment, give me a payment on one of my utility bills, a gift card for groceries. And even though it was meant in jest, I can totally see that, because give me something I need. Another bag is nice, but I really don't need another bag. I can definitely use a gift card to like Target, or a gift card to Bash's or Kroger, or whatever, Publix, whatever your grocery store is. Yeah, I can use a gift card there, because groceries are kind of expensive, people. Let me just say that. Trader Joe's, whatever, wherever your friends shop. Think about it. That's an adult gift right there. A gift card to Whole Foods, a gift card to Trader Joe's. That would probably make your friends so happy, right? No one ever thought about that. Or maybe you did, right? A gift card to the tire warehouse so you get another tire, or a disc, or hey, I may not can afford 4 tires, but you know what? I can get you 1 new spare, or whatever. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm just thinking of adult things that we could do for one another that is thoughtful and helpful. Because honestly, it's like buying a gift for my mom. I would not know what to get her, because she's got everything, and what she doesn't have, she'll go buy it herself. So what am I going to give her that she can't get for herself or whatever. So what does my husband and I do? We give her money. Say, here, mom, here's money. You can put it towards whatever it is you want. Put it towards your rent. Put it towards, your cable bill. Put it towards that vacation you want. Because otherwise you're giving more stuff that's going to collect dust. Or the worst yet, be regifted to someone else. Now that's some shit. And I only say that because I've seen people do it. I'm not one to do that because it'd be my luck. I re-gift something to somebody and it's the same gift that they gave me, and it's like, oh shit. So I don't re-gift to anyone. But yeah, I rather do that. But I thought it was funny, and I think somebody said that was really specific. I was like, yeah, exactly. It is specific, but it's true. I mean, when you want to give an adult a gift, it's kind of the thing. Like, I mean, I gave my friend a gift, which actually worked out very well. So she was happy with it. But I'm sure if I gave her a gift card to the grocery store, like Trader Joe's or something, she would have been happy with that too. So it's just one of those things. It's just, again, the ramblings of the Soulful Eclectic, who is thinking about different ways to change up the holiday, to keep ourselves centered, to keep ourselves from losing track of what it is that we do for ourselves, because we're so hell-bent on showing other people what we can do. What other people, what we can do for them. So I'm just throwing ideas out there because, again, it is hard during this holiday time to figure out what to give someone on that list, for those of us who are givers, gift givers, and on that level. And so it just gives another idea, another take on what it is that we're given and why we're giving during this time. So with that, I also want to share, don't forget about your veterans again. Don't forget about the family members that are always okay and always fine. Check on them. Don't forget that the happiest person can also be the saddest. So this is hard for a lot of people, and I just really want everyone to check in on one another and check in on you. Start with you, begin your oxygen mask first before you put everyone else's on. So do your inventory check, assessment for you first. What is it that you're going through? What is it that you need? Maybe sometimes we need to write that down. What are you going to do for yourself before you go do something else for someone else? Yeah. Sometimes we have to write that down. Sometimes we have to vocalize it, because even by me saying it now, I'm like, damn, what did I do for myself today? I don't know. It's like tumbleweeds up there right now with what I did for myself. I ate. Okay, here we go. I did eat. Yeah, that's about all I got right now. Oh, I watched a show, an episode of a show that I wanted to watch. So I did that for myself. And now I'm about to go do some other stuff. But anyways, so it's just those things, right? What do we do for ourselves? And then what are we doing for others? And I went with others. I'm going to start with my husband. What am I doing for him? And what are we doing for each other? And he, it's just those things. Right now for himself, he's taking a class, an art class. I shared with you guys, he is an artist. And so he has an art class that he's taken. And so that's something he wanted to do for himself. And so that's what he's doing. And I'm so happy that he's doing that for himself. For me today, eating was it. I'll find something else I'm going to do for myself. But yeah, so with that, think about the holiday shuffle. Think about what it means to you. Think about how you want to change it for your future, and what it would look like for next year. I'm all about planning. So start planning for next year. If next year you're like, hey guys, I'm not doing all this buying. I did it this year. This is the last year. Next year, I'm planning this trip. Everyone's welcome. I do cruises and resorts because people can book their own and we can all meet at the same place. So I'm all about cruises. My mother-in-law is a big cruiser. So she's always setting up cruises like, hey, we're going to go on this ship this year. This is the date, the time. She gave us all the itinerary information. So it's up to us whether or not we want to go. So you can do something like that. Uh, but yeah, I would, if that's something you're thinking about, this will be the year that I would say, okay, this is the last year that I'm doing all this buying. If you already started, because many of us already started. So if you already started the buying and you got, just start. Guys, I'm letting you know, this is the last year. Next year, we're going on a trip. Here's where we're going. You can tell your friends. We're telling your aunts, your uncles, your grandparents, this is where we're going. And we're all going to meet. Whoever wants to go, we're going to meet on this location. And we're going to enjoy each other's company. We're going to enjoy learning a new culture. We're going to enjoy eating foods and not having to clean up. We're just going to enjoy a holiday of enjoyment. No stress, no fighting, no, because that stress and that fighting comes from you being tired, you being felt like you being taken advantage of. Why? Why do we do it to each other? Why do we do it to ourselves? Right? So there's that. I'm not going to go on about that anymore. But I do, before I go, want to share the book, Reset and Relaunch by Becoming. I do have a lovely chapter in here, and I do appreciate that they did a really nice job with that for me. Hey, it's me. But yes, this book is on sale on the Soulful Eclectic podcast website. So you can go to www.thesoulfuleclectic.com and purchase your copy. And it is full of other authors. As you can see on the back, these are all the authors that are in this anthology. And we each have a chapter in here talking about either how we reset, relaunch, or how we're becoming. But I just loved it. And so far, I finished my copy. So I definitely would think that if you're on that path of healing, reading about other stories and how they have navigated challenging waters is very helpful, because there's some tidbits in there that I'm like, oh, I didn't think about that. I should try that. So there's some great anecdotes in there that I would definitely will have you check out. So yes, if you have not, Reset and Relaunch by Becoming is currently available on the Soulful Eclectic podcast website. So please go ahead and purchase one, and I will send it out to you signed. All right. I sent out a few already this week, and so far there's a couple more to go. So I appreciate all of you who have purchased their copy, and I thank all of you who are going to purchase in the future. And for those of you who are here listening, thank you so much for taking the time out. I appreciate you so much. So as we bid each other adieu for this holiday season, please continue to take care of yourself and each other. Remember, only give from a cup that runneth over. The overflow goes to the others. What's in your cup is for you. Okay? Namaste.